users, welcome to the July 2024 edition of Recruiterflow product updates. We've got some major updates this month and some pretty exciting enhancements suggested by you folks. So without any delay, let's get started. So the first major update this month is revenue tracking. We've been working on this feature for the last couple of months and we are super excited to finally have launched this. The basic idea behind revenue tracking is for you to have the ability to understand how much revenue you're making from each and every job, irrespective of the job type. This may be contingent, this may be RPO, retail, contract. At the same time, we wanted to also ensure that you have the ability to attribute this revenue to certain team members from your team. So I'll just quickly give you a walkthrough of this feature. I'm currently on the job page of Customer Success Manager. I've set up the job and I'm moving to the billing section here. If you're editing the job, you can still head to the billing section here and set up this revenue tracking. So I'm gonna choose contingent over here. We have 4 options: contingent, retail, contract, RPO. Let me go ahead with contingent. I'll be adding more details. So expected salary is the salary that the candidate will be getting upon getting hired. And your commission would be 20%. The expected revenue will be auto-filled over here. By default, the revenue over here is attributed to the job recruiter, but you can either change this from the drop down or you can even add other people's for attribution. And make sure that the attribution allocation is always equal to or less than 100%. So I'm just gonna click on save. Now let me show you how retain works. So whenever you're changing an engagement type, since it's an important activity, we are asking you to be sure that you want to go ahead with the change. So if you click on continue, we have the concept of tranches in retain engagement types. So what it means is whenever you achieve certain milestones in the job, you will be getting certain revenue points. So for example, let me go ahead and add a tranche. We have these options over here. Some job is open to custom date. I'm just gonna show you some options quickly. So let's say whenever the job is open, you're getting $5,000 as revenue. Default attribution is job recruiter. You can maybe select something else or add more people. Click on save. Now I'm gonna add one more tranche for when a candidate moves to a job stage. Let's say that is company submission and I'm gonna give $10,000. Seems like a huge amount. By default, yeah, you can change it by selecting any of the options here, and I'm gonna click on save. Now I'm gonna add one more tranche to, let's say, when candidate starts the job 10 days after that. I'm gonna add $10,000 again and I'm gonna attribute it to a custom user. So what this does is you can just pick any user from your organization. Let's say I pick one at Rohit, 40%, 30%, 30%. So the allocation is 100% again. And finally, you have to save the tranche after creating it. Finally, I'll add one more tranche of custom date. Let's select it as 31st July, revenue as $5,000, and let it be attributed to job recruiter. So I'm gonna click on save. So I have almost close to 4 tranches here. Whenever a candidate will trigger these tranches, revenue will be added to you. So let me showcase contract as well quickly. So in contract, we have expected contract start date and end date. It's necessary for you to fill the start date, but you can skip the end date. Over here, let me just showcase December 31st. So you have option to have the payroll unit in hour, day, week or month. And depending on that, you can change the hours per day, days per week, days per month or weeks per month. Let me just showcase hour. So let me add the pay rate to, let's say, $100 per hour and your billing equal to $200 per hour. So I'm gonna just change the days per week to 4 and I'm not gonna touch anything else. So what this means is out of Monday to Friday, the candidate can work for any 4 days, 8 hours per day and 22 days per month. If you wanna add some holidays, you can just add that as well. For example, I'm just gonna quickly add July 4th and 25th December. Again, you can attribute this revenue to different people in your team and just click on save. It will be saved. If you want to showcase or rather use RPO, you can go ahead and do that. It's pretty much the same workflow, but you have the start date and end date. You can either choose it to be when the job is open or have a custom date over here. For example, let's say job is open, and for the end date, instead of job is closed, I'll just choose custom date of 31st December again. So if you want to track revenue for this, you can go ahead and enable this toggle. The bill rate would be $200 per hour. Again, the same feeds, hours per day, days per week, days per month. You can select the days that the candidate will be working and select the attribution as well. So once you are happy with all this information, you can just click on save. Now I'm back to the job page over here, and now let's say I want to move Harvey to the hired stage. As soon as I do that, the job placement report will open up, auto-populating the data that you have added while setting up the job. So if you want to change the salary here, you can do that. Let's say Harvey negotiated for a higher salary, and I'm gonna add the salary as 50,000. If you want to change the bonus component, you can do that. You can change the job start date. Let's keep it 5th August. And finally, if you want to update the candidate's company to the company where he is hired, you can just check on this box. If you're tracking revenue, you can make changes to the revenue track. Let's make it 25,000 now. Billing date 1st August, you can change this. And you can also make changes to the allocated percentage attribution over here. At the same time, add more members. And if you want to record the billing with certain contacts associated with the job, you can just add them here. And finally, if you want to close the job, you're happy with the hire and there are no more openings for this particular job, you can just check this box and the job will be closed. But if you're not happy, then you can just uncheck it and just save it. So as soon as you save it, just enter the job again. Under the billing section, you will see that it's contingent type. You've hired one candidate, which is Harvey, the billing date, hire date, and the salary. And at the same time, you'll see the total forecasted. Total revenue will be showcased as soon as the job starts or the candidate starts in their new job. Quick side note, so we are conducting a webinar on the 6th of August, which is next Tuesday, for you to understand the revenue tracking feature in complete depth. So if you're interested in getting to know how you can track revenue from every job, how you can attribute revenue, I can set up this process. And at the same time, if you're somebody who is doubling down on revenue for the next 6 months, I highly recommend you sign up for the webinar and join us on next Tuesday. The link for the webinar has been added to the description in the video. So go ahead and register now. Moving to the second major update, which is auto disqualification of candidates when a job is closed. So whenever you're closing a job, you would ideally want to clear the job pipeline so that the candidate information is always accurate and they are clear of all the jobs which have been closed. So in order to help you do that, what we have done is whenever you click on the close job option here, we'll show you a box wherein you can bulk disqualify multiple candidates from different stages. You can either select all and select a reason for them, or if you want to, like, let's say, select some stages and disqualify candidates from them, you can do that as well. For example, like I'm doing over here, I'm just gonna select a reason over here and just click on close job and the job will be closed. To the third major update, which is the ability to view candidates in stage movement breakdown reports. So we understand that a report has to be as detailed as possible for you to uncover the real insights. So whenever you are looking at the numbers, you ideally want to also dig in and see who are these people behind those numbers, right? So what we have done is we have added the ability for you to click on those numbers and look at the candidates that are moving stages in a particular job. Like over here, we have a job company, which is Recruiterflow, and we have 3 recruiters over here moving stages. If I click on any number over here, I'll see the candidate list who are being moved in the source stage by Manan over here. I can even click on any candidate and look at their information. And this is pretty much how we wanted you to ensure that you can get complete visibility on the stage movement of all the candidates in Recruiterflow. These are the major updates this month. We also have other updates and improvements in recipe actions, API integrations, and advanced search. So if you want to understand what are all the updates, you can just check the blog attached in the description of this video. And like always, if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions for us, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help you.